In a worn-down part of Los Angeles, where the city's glamour fades into shadows, stood a tiny food truck called Uncle Joe's Burgers. It was run by Joseph Uncle Joe Carter, a gray-bearded man in his late 60s with a limp in one leg and a smile that could light up the darkest alley. Uncle Joe had once worked as a sous chef in a five-star hotel. That was before the economy crashed, his wife passed from cancer, and he lost his house. With what little savings he had, he bought an old truck, fixed it up himself, and started selling dollar burgers to construction workers, janitors, and lost dreamers. But Uncle Joe had one rule: no hungry soul was ever turned away. One dusky evening, as the Hollywood sign gleamed faintly in the distance, a scrawny boy with torn jeans and a scraped-up face approached the truck. "Hey mister. Can I get a burger?" He mumbled. "You got money, son?" Joe asked gently. The boy hesitated, then shook his head. Joe smiled. "Then it's on the house. But only if you promise me one thing." The boy looked up. "Make this burger count." The boy devoured the burger like it was his first real meal in days. "Thanks, man. I'm Miles. Miles Bennett." "Well, Miles. Welcome to Joe's." From that night on, Miles showed up every evening. Sometimes he cleaned the sidewalk around the truck. Other times he helped Uncle Joe wrap burgers. Joe never asked too many questions. But he knew that Miles was homeless. Over time, Joe gave him a blanket, a cot in the back of the truck, and even taught him to cook. "Flip it like it's a golden record, kid," Joe laughed one day as Miles burned a patty. One rainy afternoon, Miles came to the truck late, his face bruised and his eye swollen. Joe didn't ask. He just gave the boy ice, sat beside him, and offered a milkshake. "You know, kid, life's like this grill. Hot, unpredictable, full of grease, but if you stand the heat long enough, you get to taste the good stuff." Hit that subscribe button and join the squad. Miles stayed silent for a while, then whispered, "My mom OD'd last year. My dad left when I was 5. I don't even know if he's alive." Joe placed a hand on his shoulder. "Well, kid, maybe we found each other for a reason." That night, Joe added Miles's name to the food truck license as a partner. 3 years later, Miles had grown taller, stronger. He still worked the truck every day. But something in him was changing. One afternoon, a woman in a clean suit approached their truck. "Hey there, I'm Sandra Fox. I work with Second Spark, an organization that helps disadvantaged youth get into school and find work." Joe was skeptical. But Miles was curious. "Why are you telling me this?" Miles asked. "Because you're smart. And because your friend over there keeps pointing at you every time someone asks who the real talent is." Joe smirked behind the grill. Miles took the card. That night, he stared at it under the flickering streetlight above the truck. Joe joined him outside. "You're thinking about going, huh?" "I don't know. I don't want to leave you alone, Joe." Joe took a deep breath. "Listen, kid. I've lived. I've loved. I've lost. But this truck, it was just a stop. You're the road ahead. But what if I fail?" Joe chuckled. "Failing's just seasoning. You shake it off and keep cooking." 5 years later, the truck stood at the same corner. Weathered, faded, but still running. Joe, older and slower, still flipped burgers for the neighborhood. One night, a sleek black car pulled up. A young man in a tailored blazer stepped out. A crowd slowly gathered, recognizing the face. "Is that Miles Bennett?" Someone whispered. "The chef from the TV show?" Joe was closing the hatch when he turned and saw him. "Miles?" Miles ran to him and hugged him tightly. "Uncle Joe." They both teared up. "I came to take you with me." "What do you mean?" "I bought a place in West Hollywood. A full kitchen. Your own apartment above it. You've taken care of me, now let me take care of you." Joe chuckled. "You really did make that burger count, huh?" "No, Joe. You did." Epilogue. Today, Miles Joe's is a celebrated restaurant with the motto, "No soul leaves hungry." Every new chef has told a story not just of food, but of kindness, redemption, and how a simple burger changed 2 lives forever. Moral of the story: true kindness doesn't ask for a return, it plants seeds. And when those seeds grow, they nourish everyone who once gave without asking.